can't increase the supply of Bitcoin. So if you look at the world currencies, they're inflating at 10% or more a year for the past 30 years, maybe as much as 14% a year. You can expect they'll keep inflating for the next 30 years. And so Bitcoin measured in currencies of the world and in currency derivatives is just going to keep going up with volatility, albeit.
Sure, but forever, Samson, nothing goes up forever. You have a fixed supply of gold as well. I mean, this sounds like something someone might say at the peak, you could argue.
Gold is not fixed, Deirdre, right? Gold is increasing in supply at 2% a year in the physical regime, and bankers can rehypothecate gold, and they can print 100 ounces of paper gold for every real ounce of gold. And so Bitcoin is the dominant digital monetary network, and because it's dominant and because it's fixed, it means that it's the most reliable, highest integrity, scarcest thing in the financial universe.
It's going up.
Does it go up
forever, Deirdre?
I'm stuck on this point. I want to hear both of you say or not say that it's going to go up forever. Samson, go ahead.
It's going up forever, Deirdre. Forever.
I mean, Michael, do you agree with that? You're going to stand behind that comment, going up forever?
Bitcoin is going up forever, Deirdre. Forever.
Guys, come on. This sounds like something someone would say at the peak. No, I mean, Michael, didn't you say before it would hit 5 million? 5 million's not infinity.
Deirdre, in Argentina, the dollar used to trade at $1 per peso, and now the dollar is approaching 200 pesos. The dollar is going up forever against the peso. The dollar's gone up forever against the Venezuelan bolivar. So a strong asset is going to go up against a weak asset forever. And since we know that nobody in the universe can create any more Bitcoin, and since we know that every political nation state is going to create more currency, it isn't really that much of a stretch to say that measured in the currencies of nation states, Bitcoin is just going to continue to appreciate.
Donald Trump.
Love it. Love it. What's up, guys? It is Friday. What's today? April 11th, 2025. We're at the Bitcoin block height of 891,990. TikTok next block. What's up, Quantum? How are you? Good to see you. Hey, Mia from the Bitcoin Gospel. I'm just stopped by to say thanks and have a great show. No problem, brother. Just checking in. How you doing, Sen? Thanks, Quantum. We really appreciate you. Yes, we appreciate you. Hola, QC and Mia. How's everybody doing, man? How's my connection? I see this little thing messing me up. My little Wi-Fi connection. My Wi-Fi's been messing up lately, man. I'm good, Sin. How are you? I don't expect too many people to be here today because it's Friday and I know everybody's partying. So, I'm good, though, man. Hey. I'm at knots with my kids, bro. Can barely hear. Okay, that's fine. As long as you're here. We appreciate that. Jerry, what's up, brother? What's up? I summon Satoshi. My boy Joe, the behind-the-scenes man who has put this whole thing together for me, man. He's really, really helped me out, him and his wife. Man, doing some good work for me. You guys see my freaking thumbnail? He hooked me up, man. I feel like a pro right now. First ever thumbnail he hooked me up with. He's doing everything for me. I appreciate you, Joe. Seriously, man. Chilling, bro. Just me and the pup. Okay, cool. Can everyone share this one person who needs it? Yes. Share this with one person who needs it. Yes, please and thank you. Thank you so much. I'm not partying. This is a party. This is a party right here. Maggie, what's up? Let me put you on the wheel. How are you, ma'am? All right, so we got Sin. Who we got? Did I say Damon? We got Damon. No, we got Sin here. Sin Diesel. How's everybody? I feel weird because I couldn't play no music. Joe says I can't play music, man. Jimmy John. Bruh, does Chappelle play Vegas every night? Nah, he don't, man. He don't. The thumbnail was amazing. Yeah, he did a great job. Megs. That's right. Quantum. Who am I missing? Quantum. More than 4 people in here, right? I summon Satoshi. Got him. Quantum, Mia, Cindy. Let me put Jimmy John's butt up here. It is Friday, guys. Did you guys check out my video I did earlier about ISS? Yes. Curtis, how are you, sir? How are you? I found your wallet and paid you. The only one I did not pay was Damon. His wasn't working. But everybody else got paid, right? Jimmy John and Megs, yes. Jimmy John. I don't think he's gonna say too much, but we'll see. We'll see. Let me see. Let me send this to hold on. Yeah, it's a Friday. They say it's a fat zap Friday. I got my banners working now, so I'm feeling a little fancy right now. Yep, Megs, yes, doing good, good man, good. I got 100. Okay, good. I sent that to you. I think I sent it this morning. Hey, Curtis, Jimmy John and Curtis. Yep, got paid. Good. Don't bother putting my name on the wheel unless you're giving out at least $1. This is gonna be worth way more than that, Jimmy. What you talking about, man? You're welcome, sir. You are welcome. Jimmy John is the silent type tonight. Yeah. Yeah. Don't bother. We don't think in dollars, Jimmy John. We like to think of Satoshis, man. You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't you rather have 100 sats than a measly cuck buck? Come on, Jimmy. Get with the program, man. All right, who we missing here? Curtis, Sin, Quantum. Let me see what did I say the block height was? I forgot already. Okay. 8 minutes ago. How long we been on? 7. Okay. All right. So we're gonna start with 990. That's what we're gonna start with. We're gonna work our way around. Hopefully we can get a couple people in here. My record so far is 31 congruent. I think 31 or 32. Can I beat that on a Friday on a party night? I doubt it, but we'll see. We'll see. Bitcoin is up today, big time. Let me put a banner up here, see if it works. If you guys want to email me, look how fancy I am now. You can email me right here. I like it. So yeah. Yep. Okay, boom. There it is. There's my email. I like it, man. This is the party, Jerry. This is the party, Jerry. I'm getting out the Jose. Okay. Okay. Good. 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 Good, man. Good. All right. So let's do a spin real quick. Hopefully, I got everybody on the wheel. And who don't? Who don't? Who don't? Me, because I don't drink. All right. So let's do a spin and let's see what happens. All right. Good luck, everyone. Let's go. Don't you love that wheel? Curtis. Congratulations, sir. You are the winner. Winner, chicken dinner. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, we're the price is up today. We're doing well. You're welcome, Curtis. You're welcome. We are up to 83,330. 83,300, excuse me. What are we up today? We are up almost $4,000. Even though we dropped off a little bit. We peaked at 84,200 or something. And do you guys have any idea why we did that? I think I know why. Congrats. Curtis. All right, let me take that banner off. I just wanted to see if it worked. And it does. And that's good. All right, we got a couple more heads in here. Joe says 9 watching, 4 likes. Come on, guys. Support Jerry with a thumbs up. Thank you, man. Clean your machine. What's up, my brother? Let me put you on the wheel of Satoshi. Clean your Machine. I'm gonna put his whole name on there. Clean Your Machine is the man. I appreciate you coming in, man. How's Aiden? How's he doing? At Bitcoin Gospel, bottoms up, and we can drink some tequila. Mia, you hear this? You hear this? Sin, the money printer is firing up. Besant signaled it in an interview. Yes, it is. Sharper than sword. What's up, my friend? What's up, my brother? Let's get it. Let me put you on the wheel, man. Let me put you on this wheel. I put STD at first. Hello, everyone. Yes. We live again. Pipeline. My man. My man. Good to see you, brother. He upped his buys from $5 a day, which is what? 5 times 10 is 50. Times 7 is 35. He's doing 150 a week now, I think he said. Money printer go Burr. That's right. That's right, Joe. Yes, Burr. He's getting it. Dollar cost average, man. Happy Friday. Let's go, Aiden. Let's go. Aiden is out. Should be in later. Cool. Cool. Am I missing anybody? Clean Your Machine. Got him. Pipeline. Yo, he's a fool. He's a fool. Kind of. I thought he was being quiet. You kind of want him to be quiet, but then again, you don't because he is funny. Wait, I didn't put Maggie's on here, did I? You know what, Maggie? I didn't have you on the wheel. How are you, ma'am? It's good to see you, Maggie. You know what? Let's do a spin for that block again because I messed up. I messed up, Maggie. All right, let's do another one. Good luck. For block 990. Because I missed Maggie. Quantum. I knew it. Congratulations, sir. You are the winner. This is going to be a good video, guys. We're on episode number 5 today. How rude. How you forget Megs. Yeah, I got too much. I can't do 2 things at once, guys. You know that. Congratulations. We are on episode number 5, and it is called Where Does Money Come From? Where does it come from? Does he mean money or currency? That is the question. Congrats. Yes. All right, let's see what block we're at. Oh my God, I forgot my drink. I got so much going on. I forgot my drink. But I'll get it in a second. Let's see. All right, we're at 991, so let's do another spin. So 990 was a combination of Curtis and Quantum. And let's do a spin real quick. Congrats. Oh, I know, Mia. I know. What's up, gangsta? How are you, Corey? Corey from Got Sats. We got 2 big YouTubers in here today. We got Mia from the Bitcoin Gospel, preaching that Bitcoin Gospel. Great YouTuber. And then we got Corey from Got Sats. Makes a video every single day. Does a great job, both of them. Honor and a privilege to have you guys in my chat. It really is. I summon Satoshi. If we get as many likes as viewers, I'll come on live with Jerry. Oh, okay. Thanks, Jimmy. Yes. What's the name of that video we were watching yesterday on fractional reserve banking again? It's insane how banks can basically counterfeit money backed up by nothing. But if we did, we'd go to jail. Yeah. That was called The Hidden Secrets of Money, episode number 4. That's what that was. We're on episode number 5 right now. There's 10 episodes. We started episode 1 on Monday, and then we're going to go all the way till next Friday and be all done with it. Hey, Corey. I can help Corey ads well, Jerry. Okay. That's why I got you. I got you, man. Pipeline, that's a good question. We can do that. All right, so let's check out the Speed Wallet. We love it. If you don't have the Speed Wallet, make sure you download that. I think everybody here has got it. And it's a great wallet, man. I love it. It has a lot of stuff on it. Low fees, easy to use, gift cards, everything on that thing, man. The trolls here. Wheel of Misfortune with host Fat Sajak. Wheel of Misfortune with host Fat Sajak. Now, who would Fat Sajak be? The troll? The truth. How small is your peen? Wheel of Misfortune with host Fat Sajak. What channel does that come on? The troll. I would love to watch that. By the way, he is a trip. Okay, so let's spin for $9.91, and let's take it from there. Oh, he's a fool. The troll's a fool. All right, good luck, everybody. Am I missing anybody? First of all. All right, let's spin it and see what happens. Good luck. Sharper. Congratulations, sir. You are the winner. You are the winner, Sharper. And we're on block 992. It's time to do another spin. Congratulations, Sharper. Hola, Corey. Up the likes. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so we're going to play this video in a little bit. I'm going to do another spin real quick. Sin. He's the winner. Congratulations, sir. Congrats. Yes. Pipeline. It's insane that airline miles people value on credit card rewards aren't ever being spent, and there's over 30 trillion unused airline credit card points, and Fold Bitcoin card is looking to fix this. Yes. Speaking of that, it's a good segue. I will put my link here in the description. Hold on one second. And you can sign up for that. I believe you get $5 free Bitcoin for signing up. Use my link. Always use referral links, guys. And then you get your own referral link. Hold on, let me do this real quick. Let me pull it up on my phone. Let me put the link in here. Good segue, Pipeline. I appreciate you, brother. Gotta go to my free sats app here. Okay. I'm gonna put it right here. Fold card. Copy. Go ahead and get you a fold card. There's a link right there. And you will get some free points and some free Satoshis. You can't beat it. You can't beat it. Now, who am I missing here? The Bitcoin Gospel, Sharper than Sword. Thanks, Megan. Yes, only 4 likes. It's easy to hit a button. Yes. Gracias, amigo. Yes. Happy Friday, you crazy bastards. What's up, my man? My man, Jor. My doppelganger. How are you, sir? I know you had a busy day. You can convert credit card points to ticket points 2 times more than liquidate to gift card to buy sats. Yep, sure can. I freaking love the fold card, man. Love it. Everyone here, you all rock. Thank you. Sin, if you are wondering how to live on a Bitcoin standard, the fold card is the gateway to doing so. Yes, absolutely. Jor for the score. They censored Jor's comment. Oh, stars. How'd they do it? They censored Jor's comment. Did they? Did they misspell it? Are you crazy? Okay. They always do that. They censor me all the time. Yeah, so make sure you guys go to that fold card. Listening while I drive. Cool. Scorpion, what's up, brother? Hold on, let me put Jor in here before I forget. I always freaking forget Jor. Okay. Jor. He's like, can I get on this wheel ever? Yes, you can, sir. Yes, you can. Okay. Scorpion. I hope you're well, sir. Where's my boy Rudy? Where's Emily? Where's my newbies, man? They can't be missing days. Can't be missing days. Mia says, hey, Jor. Sin says, hey, Scorpion. Sharper. You can see it, Jerry, but it doesn't show up on our chat. Oh, got you. Hey, Scorpion Metals. Take a shot for me at 88 SAS Radio. Yes. What's up, Joe? Thumbnail's looking good. Yes. Yes. Jor. He's the real deal, man. He is the real deal. Jerry, take me out the wheel, bro. I gotta bounce with the fam. No problem, man. Thank you for letting me know that. Appreciate you. I'll see you in a minute when you come back. I'm just assuming. That's how you assume the sale. Pipeline. And 30 trillion airline miles are being devalued and inflated away worse than the US dollar. All my cash back from credit cards go to stacking sats. They'll soon be worth more than the purchase. Yep. Couldn't have said it better. Jor for the score. Hi, Sin. Hi, Mia. Hi, Clean Your Machine. Yes. Yes. Okay, so we spin for $9.92. Okay, we're all caught up. All right, so let's play this video so I can get something to drink. I mean, so we can learn something, and then we'll take it from there. Because I forgot my drink. And this is, like I said, this is episode number 5 out of 10. This is Where Does Money Come From? This is a good episode. I sped it up a little bit. I got it at 1.25, so we can get through it because I do a little bit more talking than I should. So let's go ahead and play this, and let's get on into it.
Is facing a debt-driven disaster, the scale of which has never been seen before in human history. The situation is now so severe that we're left with only 2 options: default on our debt or inflate it away. You can already hear people blaming the free markets and even money itself for our problems, and to me this is just tragic, because we don't have free markets anymore, and we certainly don't use real money. This is the real reason for our problems. Our money itself has been corrupted. It's not just an issue of economics. This affects your freedom. When this crisis hits, people will be screaming for the government to do something when it was the government that caused the problems in the first place. Many societies have faced this dilemma in the past, and we can learn what the outcomes might be simply by studying what they did and comparing it to what we're doing today. So while I was in Germany, I decided to stop by one of my favorite museums and take you on a kind of crash course of the history of real money, how it evolved, and the twin dangers that arise when money is corrupted. I'm here at the Bundesbank Money Museum in Germany, and this is one of the best museums I have ever seen. Right at the very beginning of the museum, you walk in and it starts with barter. You know, originally, the first form of currency was livestock. The problem with livestock, though, like for instance this cow, if I traded this cow to you for something and somebody else wants to trade you something else that's of much lower...
You imagine doing that back then? You imagine that? Nothing worse than doing a live stream without a drink. Don't know how others do it. You need a drink, listen to me. I currently have a coffee, water, and a beer on my desk. Nice. Nope, I drink more coffee than a human should, sure. So do I. But you can imagine that? Doing the barter system back then? Pipeline. I always thought it was funny. Dave Ramsey says credit card rewards, quote, can't make you wealthy, but in a way they can because they allow you to stack sats without needing to hold fiat at all. Yeah. But again, Dave Ramsey is a fiat demon. He's in the old system. He don't know what the hell he's talking about. He don't even like gold. You know, he doesn't. I'll give you my cow for your sheep, bro. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Sin. Podcast Dave is wrong on a lot of things. Yeah. Yes. No traybacks.
value, you can't make change. A system that relies on barter is very inefficient because you not only suffer from the problems of divisibility, you also rely on the hope that you will find someone who has a good or service that you need, who wants something that you have at the same place and at the same time. In economics, this is called the coincidence of wants. Now add the fact that most goods have a shelf life before they perish, and you can see why barter systems held mankind back for so long. So what was it that solved the coincidence of wants and propelled us out of the Stone Age and into space? It was the invention of money. Money is not evil. It is a magnificent tool that allows us to trade our specialized skills and to store our economic energy. Without it, we'd be struggling to feed ourselves each day, and our average lifespan would still be 30. In episode 1, we learned that real money has to fulfill certain properties in order to function. But 2,600 years after its emergence, people still confuse money with currency, even the so-called experts. So they've got here some of the things about what money is. The first example here is money is whatever goes. So, in earlier cultures, commodities such as cattle, stones, or metals were used as money. Buyers took the value of the goods on trust.
That's what I was talking about earlier in my first video. When you have the 5 stages of money, the first one is a collectible. All this stuff was collectibles at first, right? And it was hard to get. It was rare. The harder the money was, the more of a collectible it was, and then they used it as a store of value, and then it moved on. But it always starts as a collectible.
When making their purchase. Today, too, money is a question of confidence. So the currency, today isn't money, today we're using currency, but the only reason it has any purchasing power whatsoever is because yesterday your experience was that it purchased something. So you have faith that it's going to purchase something tomorrow. Otherwise, it has no value. Whatever form it takes, reliable money has two characteristics. It is genuine and it is stable. People can rely on its value. Well, you know, what fiat currency around the planet has maintained its value? They all fall in value. So right away, you can see the difference. They're talking about currency here. And when they say it's genuine, I mean, what is genuine? A counterfeiter, somebody that's running their own printing press in their basement, is making genuine notes as far as he's concerned. I mean, they're genuine counterfeits. These things that just come off of a printing press, well, yeah, it's a genuine lie from a central bank or a government that you've got something that's going to store value for you because...
And they're still doing it today. Still doing it today. Yeah, Joe's the man. Joe's the man. He hooked me up with a nice thumbnail. I'm feeling like a professional right now, man. But they're still doing that stuff today, man. They're still using the money printer. Crazy. Gold bugs talk a lot about how a gold standard can fix the system, but it already failed because dollars were supposed to represent a gold certificate and the gold eventually centralized anyway. Yeah. This is why I tell gold bugs pipeline that you can't have a money based on gold anymore, right? Because you can't trust a third party person or entity or a business or a government or whatever, because they're always going to do what humans do. And what are they going to do? They're going to print more of the digital dollars or the units of whatever the currency or whatever they're going to call it, more than there is of the gold. They're just going to do it. And you can't do that with Bitcoin.
It doesn't over long periods of time. It loses value. Gold, banknotes, and electronic money, meaning electronic currency, may be stored, divided up, or transported. As its material value has declined over time, its genuineness has had to be beyond question. Well, this one says that it's got to maintain its value, and right here they're contradicting the next one. The one thing here, gold, is the only thing that they're talking about that has not lost its value. In the past, rare goods were used as money. Today,
it has lost its value. In compared to dollars, it hasn't, because they're printing so many dollars. And gold is definitely rare and scarce compared to dollars, but compared to Bitcoin is nothing. Yeah, gold priced in Bitcoin today, it is moving up a tiny bit at a better rate, a little bit faster. But long term, look at it. Look at the long term chart with gold and Bitcoin. You know, gold is trending towards zero against Bitcoin, just like everything else. So again, when you're looking at through the lens of fiat currency, gold looks good. When you look at it through the lens of Bitcoin, it's not even close.
Central banks must ensure that the supply of money is restricted. Well, what are they doing all over the planet today? They're lifting all the restrictions on how much currency they're creating. They're flooding the planet with currency.
I love how he uses the word currency. Every time I watch his videos, he makes me not say the word money anymore about dollar bills. Because even me, I'm a Bitcoin bull, but I still use the word money sometimes with the fake dollars. You know, it's not money, it's fiat currency. Also, gold is undervalued, correct? So if it's not valued at what it should be, isn't it losing value? Yeah. I mean, honestly, to be honest, if you looked at all the fiat currency that there's out here today versus how many ounces of gold that they know about, priced in those dollars, I think gold is very undervalued. Gold should be like in the thousands and thousands of dollars. It should. But again, they have there's a lot of manipulation from the Crimex and a lot of things going on. A lot of paper, gold. Here, let me show you something. Well, I'll do that later. Yeah, it's a lot of manipulation.
The next display shows the usual museum pieces that are described as commodity money: cowrie shells, representative axes, cocoa beans, and the like. While these work better than barter, none of them were actually money because they all had a weakness: one or more properties of money that they couldn't fulfill. Therefore, they are commodity currencies, not money.
Yeah, gold has basically no value that it should. Yeah, exactly. I mean, honestly, it's not a good money anymore. It's just not. We'll talk about that in a second because they're showing little fragments of it. But as far as like a medium of exchange, you can't do it, man. It's too bulky.
Some of these were widely used right up until the beginning of the 20th century, and there's some stuff here that I haven't seen before. Here's something very interesting. This brick of tea, its value is in the intrinsic. It's in the commodity that you're using. It's the tea. But this one has a certain fungibility to it. Each unit would have the same value, and you can make change. You can snap these things apart into units of 6. It's portable. It's not that heavy. This fulfills quite a few of the functions of money. I would not imagine that it's that durable. It probably doesn't wear that well. And now we come to the emergence of real money. Here we have little pieces of metal, just little pieces that have been broken off of bars or something that was cast, other little blobs of metal that were traded as a currency. They had purchasing power, they had an intrinsic value, but they still weren't fungible, which means interchangeable. Every one of them had a different value. You can see that some of them have a higher silver content, some of them have a higher gold content. These are called electrum. It's a mixture of gold and silver, naturally occurring. What you notice is that this is from the 7th century BC, and then between
this was their currency back then. And you think about it. Look at the year he said. Listen,
the 7th and the 6th century, and then between the 7th and the 6th century, we're talking.
So the year 500 and 600, basically, they were using these little pieces of gold, right? And they should. There was no electricity or digital or anything like that. So they should use. That was the best money possible for all hundreds and thousands and, of years, right? But in the digital world, in the year 2025, do you really think they were going to go back and use stuff like this? Because I have some gold bugs saying, "Oh, well, I got an ounce of gold, but I can use quarter ounces, I can use a tenth, I can use the grams." I'm like, dude, get your head out of you. You know what? We're not going to do that anymore. Remember, you don't buy gold and silver to make money or become rich. It is a means to store wealth and fight inflation. Very true. It is. But once you understand Bitcoin, Scorpion, there's a much better way, man. That's the old way. It's good compared to fiat currency, but not compared to Bitcoin. But you get screwed on resale, Scorp. Yes. I didn't get screwed because I have I know, I'm not saying I know what I'm doing. I do kind of know what I'm doing, but I also know the precious metal dealers really well here, and I know what I paid. And I knew what I was going to get back. Pipeline. Gold equals made ancient generations wealthy. Real estate equals boomer generation wealthy. Stock market made Gen X wealthy. Bitcoin equals millennials, Gen Z wealthy, but all generations can benefit evenly. Wow. That's a good breakdown, man. I like that. Great breakdown, bro. Great breakdown. All right, let's. Oh, we don't have. I was gonna spin, but we don't have any. That's a fact. Yeah, no new blocks came out. That's a fact. Well said, man. Let's keep it going.
Talking about somewhere between 680 and 630 BC, the emergence of true money. Here we've got 4 coins. The large one is a 1/3 stater coin, and the other 3 are 1/6 stater coins. Each unit is interchangeable. It's now a unit of account. You can take so many of these in trade for so many of loaves of.
What's up, BB? How are you? Is my connection bad, guys? Because it looks like my internet is messing up a little bit on my end. Welcome. How am I sounding right now, guys? You're good. Okay, good. Welcome, EB. How are you today? Hello. Let's keep this thing going.
Bread, and you don't have to break out your little scale and weigh them any longer. With the little chunks of metal, you had to weigh every transaction that was going on. You had to weigh whatever your payment was and then take a guess as to what the purity was. Here you have some standards that were set by mints and guaranteed by those mints. These are a unit of account. They're fungible. Every one of them is interchangeable. They're portable. They're durable in your pocket over long periods of time. They're divisible. You can make change. You can see there's a 1/3 stater and 1/6 staters. And they're a store of value over long periods of time. These still have purchasing power today, 2,600 years after they were made. Another thing that I find really interesting is between maybe 680 BC and 300 BC, cultures all around the world, they all gravitated toward gold and silver coinage as money. The entire world sort of decided all together that gold and silver were money. Why? Because the free markets keep on selecting gold and silver as money because of the properties that it has. So now we.
Yes, it was the best until Bitcoin came around. It was. And I still love gold and silver. I plan on buying some silver just for a collectible with some Bitcoin later on, but very little Bitcoin. Jerry's going to drop a limited edition hat and T-shirt soon, I bet. Maybe getting that merch. Hey, Tori, who's that handsome man you got in that picture with you? How are you, ma'am? It's good to see you. Welcome. Good to have you. Got you on the wheel. Everybody, welcome Tori. Thank you for coming, Tori. I love silver more than gold. Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. Those two pictures almost look a whole lot alike. Hold on. That one, they're kissing. That one, they're not. I wonder what happened. Not for value, for looks. Yeah, me too. The troll. I finished school years ago, and I'd rather learn from a professor than a pizza man on YouTube. A pizza man on YouTube. Have they taught you any of this stuff, the troll? About real money and stuff? Oh, no. The troll, you're a fool.
Get to the room of real money. This is a vault door, and this is where they've got all the great examples of the real gold and silver coins. So come on in and join me. So here we get to the first, this is gold and silver, what they're using to make money. And here we have some very early representations of gold and silver coins. And I love these displays. They start with coins in Lydia. So these coins go back to the very first minting of true coinage. So here we have the starting of the 6th century BC, and then it goes up to the 3rd century. And then from the 5th to the 11th century, and the 13th to the 15th century. And these displays just go on and on with the history of real money, gold and silver. Here, 17th and 18th century. Here we come to the 19th century, and now we're all the way up to the 20th century here. And here we come to our first example of government-issued fiat currency.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. I don't know how I do that. Anyways, muted, I know. Sorry, guys. What they do is they teach you how to stay in the rat race. That's it. That's what teachers do. They indoctrinate you and they keep you in the rat race to become a slave to the system. That's it. But the troll don't understand that. The job title school teacher basically means you got scammed. Exactly. All right, so let's see the real government issued Shiat currency they're about to show you. Check this out.
And here we come to our first example of government-issued fiat currency. This is from China. This is from 1375. And what's interesting is I have a chart that compares the value of the paper currency in China compared to silver. And there was a hyperinflation of government-issued fiat currency. This is from China. This is from 1375. And what's interesting is I have a chart that compares the value of the paper currency in China compared to silver. And there was a hyperinflation of this currency. It wasn't backed by anything. It wasn't backed by taxes. It wasn't backed by anything in the treasury. They could just print this. And so this went into a hyperinflation because the government was just running its budget by just doing deficit spending by printing. And then I'm going to skip to some of the colonial currency. This is the United States, and each one of these currencies is printed by a different.
Let me tell you something. 100 years from now, when Bitcoin is like really rolling and stuff, 50 years, 100 years, 200 years, 1,000 years from now, they're going to have our US dollars in the same vaults. It's all going to be BS. And Bitcoin is going to be the last money for human beings ever. The troll, why none of you dropped out of school if school is BS? ML? I think I know what he meant by ML. He meant MF. If school is BS. How do you know they didn't drop out, the troll? Or maybe they didn't know it was BS until they left. How about that, the troll?
State. We've got Maryland, South Carolina, North Carolina, Connecticut, New York. This one here is particularly interesting. It's printed in the 14th year of the reign of King George III. It's dated March 25th, 1776. So this.
Wow. That is during the times of the American Revolution. That's my favorite history point in America. Crazy.
This is just a few months before the Declaration of Independence. It says, "'Tis death to counterfeit." But this was printed just before we started coming out with the continental dollar, which went into a hyperinflation because of pure deficit spending on the Revolutionary War. And dated March 25th, 1776. So this is just a few months before the Declaration of Independence. It says, "'Tis death to counterfeit." But this was printed just before we started coming out with the continental dollar, which went into a hyperinflation because of pure deficit spending on the Revolutionary War.
Wow, that's interesting. Back then, if you counterfeited money, they'd kill you. What if that applied today? What would happen? Just saying.
And so this is the wall where real money gets corrupted. This is where it all turns to paper, which sometimes is backed by something, but it can be a lie. They can print.
Rudy, what up? Yep, I am a dropout who makes more than your teacher's LMFAO. Troll, work on your jokes. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The troll. You see how it backfires on you? How you doing, Rudy? Let me put you on the wheel. That's what I'm talking about, buddy. That's what I'm talking about, sir. Glad you made it. Pipeline. A Reddit post that was titled Failed Graveyard, where the vast majority of the currencies didn't even last 16 years before ending, and people say Bitcoin doesn't have enough of a track record. Exactly. Exactly, Pipeline. Good point, my brother. Knock, knock. Who's there? The troll, because he's homeless. So you all kids aren't attending school currently? So you all kids aren't attending school currently. Remember, school is BS. It's not. Huh. Well, it doesn't look like you learned much in school with your grammar, the troll. You might want to work on it a little bit. Just saying. Speaking of that, let's do a spin. You didn't have to tell me that you are a dropout. I read your comments. I already know. EB, Jerry is schooling us. Oh yeah, thank you, man. I believe we are going to be a Bitcoin society, but I also believe there will be an underground society too. Bitcoin will be tracked to see what you are buying, but gold and silver can't. Okay, that's fair to say that. I feel it's still good to have, just not a whole lot. Okay, no problem. No problem with that. All right, let's see what block we're at. We're still at 92. We've been there for a while, so I guess we don't have to spin. I feel it is good to have, just not a whole lot. Tori, Troll doesn't like Jerry, but make sure to watch every single live. Seems a little obsessive to me. Hashtag stalker alert. Thank you, Tori. I appreciate that. River sent me $1 million of a Zimbabwe banknote in the mail the other day, just to show how much of a scam fiat currency is. Yeah, or Shiat currency, as I like to call it. Good to see you made it in, Rudy. Yes, Joe. Thank you, Troll. Question for you: how many times did you? How many times did your mom drop out before your dad left? Okay, we get a little personal here, guys. We're going at it. Nothing but love, guys. Nothing but love. All right, let's keep it going. No, you know what? Real quick, let's look at some metrics real quick. Like I said, the price is 83,381, and then this right here is the order books. Bitcoin to USD. This is how many Bitcoins are available at this price and at this price. Again, every time you buy, someone's selling. Every time you sell, someone's buying. At least I'm a Zimbabwe millionaire. Yes. EB, who's the troll so I can pay attention? The troll, the true 683. I call him the troll. I cut deep, LMAO, but hugs around. Yes. Yes. This right here is the shareable nodes that are available in Bitcoin. And this is what keeps us going. These verify the transactions. You know, these are very important. If you don't run your own node, you should. You really should think about it. Today, the fear and greed index is 25. I wonder why that's so low today. That was crazy. If I was stalking Jerry, I would just post up at a buffet because that's where he will be at all the time. All the time? Need more blue dots globally. Yeah, we do. We do. But we can add some more, right? Let's zoom in on the US. But you know, a lot of time the nodes are off and stuff like that. So, but believe me, in 5 years there'll be so many freaking lights on, blue lights on, it'll be ridiculous. At least Jerry can afford food, troll. Them food stamps don't get you soda anymore. The troll knows a lot about Jerry. He's a huge fan. Yeah, he likes to mess with me. That's for sure. He stays on me. No doubt about it. Love me some Golden Corral. Me too, man. Me too. I haven't had that in a while though. Honestly, I'm not good with buffets. I can eat a lot throughout the day, but I can't sit down and eat a bunch. I can eat maybe 1.5 at the most 2 plates, but not a real 2 big plates. Reminder, run your own node. Yes, absolutely, Sharper. It's so important. It really is. It secures the network. Should you mine for Bitcoin? I don't currently. What's more important, running a node or mining? In my personal opinion, is running a node. If I had to do one, and I do. So, yes, Golden Corral is fire, absolutely. But most important thing, we talk about the price. This is the most important thing. How many satoshis you can get for $1? I mean, that's the most important thing, for real. Remember, a reminder: drop a like, please, and thank you. Thank you for saying that, sir. I appreciate you. Node. Yes. Did I say something different? Yes. Okay, sure you do. I mean, I do, man. I do. You think I eat that much? I wish I could. This is companiesmarketcap.com, or top assets by market cap. And what this shows is how much each of these are worth in comparison to others. And the number one asset, according to this, and everybody knows it's gold. It's $20.5 trillion. And again, it's been around 5,000 years. And in 16 years, Bitcoin has a lot in market cap in comparison to these other assets. And we're at 1.654 now. We're the ninth in 16 years. What do you think we're going to be in another 16 years? And again, 16 years compared to 5,000, that's a blip on the map, guys. That's a blip on the map. Joe, Jerry is losing weight from 2 weeks ago. Look back in his videos. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I hope I am. It's hard though, man. Jerry, can you try to get Chris Johnson, CJ, for a chat on your pod? I don't know him. I know who he is, but I don't know him personally. 16 years. Hey, Mimi, she's in the house. Mimi's in the house. How are you? Good to see you, ma'am. I know she's in it to win it. Hello. Number 1 in 16 years. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you look healthier, brother. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I'm trying. Chris lives in Vegas also. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's cool. I can tell. I can see it in your face. Thank you. I don't see that. But all right, so you're going to make me work harder today. Thank you. You're losing weight. Yes, losing weight is incredibly hard. For me, it's a little difficult for me. I don't make excuses though. I gotta get better at it. Hello, Mimi. Hello, everyone. Mimi. Thank you guys for saying that. I really appreciate it. 'Cause I made a video today. I thought I looked fat in the video. All right, what block we at? We're at 891,992. We've been on this for 33 minutes. So looks like we don't have to spin yet. Walking for sats is paying off. Thank you, man. I'm trying. I ate a nice meal today. So I'm going to try to make that my only one, or just something small a little bit. I did, Mimi. I got you right here. I got you right there, ma'am. Of course I added you to the wheel. I'll start being your accountability coach as well. Okay, thank you, man. You already gave me a plan, so. Yo, what's up from Idaho? Are Idaho? I thought Idaho. Or is it me? What's up, BTC Backpacker? How are you, sir? Idaho. BTC Backpacker. Appreciate you coming in, man. Thank you so much. Yes. Sharper than sword. Jerry, when I was a precious metal bug, I carried my whole stack when I went camping once. I was so worried about leaving them in the house. What a nuisance. Yeah, man. Every time I went out of town, I was just like, oh my God, what if somebody breaks in? BTC Backpacker. Yes. Love it. All right, let's continue with the video and let's see what this big theft of energy and currency is all about.
They have of the stuff to back it. As we learned in episode 2, one of the first things a country does at the outbreak of war is to suspend redemption rights so that their currency is no longer redeemable in gold. This is exactly what Germany did before World War I. After losing the war, they suffered through one of the worst hyperinflations on record when they were burdened with massive reparation payments to France and the Allies. These heavy penalties stifled the German economy and brought it to a standstill, leaving the country with the same two choices all indebted nations have faced throughout history: default on their debt or inflate it away. Defaulting was not a viable option, as they were completely impoverished, weakened, and surrounded by armed forces ready to take their land. Since their currency was no longer tied to gold, it was decided to light up the printing presses and inflate their way out, paying the debts with new currency created out of thin air. This had drastic consequences.
And nobody knows that's happening, right? Everybody thinks that when you get quote unquote free money, food stamps, what is it? What else? What was it called? Stimulus checks, food stamps, welfare, anything from the government. Nothing in life is free, right? You can't create or destroy energy. You can just transfer it. So when you're printing up these dollars, you have to pay on the back end through the hidden tax of inflation. That's what happens. And they don't even tell us this, man. I'm rolling, you know what, and watching a movie with friends. This is nice. Yes, very nice. The troll. I thought you said that the CBDCs were in effect a couple of years ago in the U.S. Where is it? When did I say that? Can you show me the video and then I'll play it? Show me which video I said that in, and then I'll play it. But I will say this: if it wasn't for Trump and Congress stopping the CBDCs, this is why, and I'm going to stick to the subject here, so I'm not going to go on a rant. But this is why we need to stop China. And I say China is our number one adversary. They're not our enemy yet, but our adversary can easily turn into our enemy. And if we let the CCP keep building their military up by cheating a lot of people out of goods and services through tariffing very high tariffs and also just controlling all the goods that are around the world and making cheap stuff. Not only will they be the most powerful country in the world, producing things and militarily speaking, but their ideals will spread all around the world. And a lot of these Democrats don't understand that, because most of them are communists anyways, on their way to communism. They're socialists and Marxists on their way to that. But we don't want their kind of ideals running the world, because if you look in China right now, they do have central bank digital currencies. They do have social credit scores. You know, they want the world to be like that, right? So we're in a battle of who's going to be in control of the world. Ideals like the United States of America, which is way over here, ideal wise, or the CCP that's way over here. And this is why I love what Trump is doing. But he's missing one thing. He needs to put Bitcoin as the base layer of money here in America, and we won't be defeated if we do that.
Check out some of this Weimar currency. The display starts with one mark that actually purchased something, but soon the notes rise to the thousands, then the millions, then the billions, and finally the trillions. It's mind-blowing. You'll notice that I'm laughing a little bit as we move through the museum, but I'm not laughing at the people. I'm laughing at the stupidity of central banks and of governments and how we never seem to learn from history. Okay, this is an example of different currencies used during the hyperinflation, and they call some of it inflation money and emergency money. This is interesting. They figured the way out of hyperinflation was to print more. So in 1923, the value of money fell by 50% or more per day. So that means prices are doubling every day if it's falling by 50%. Nearly everyone spent their money as quickly as possible on bread, shares, and other safe assets. Well, I don't consider shares safe assets. Actually, the stock market did not keep up with the inflation.
Could you imagine if Kamala Harris would have won the election and used her ideals? Because one of her things was she wanted to give everybody a $25,000 housing credit. And again, where's that money going to come from? Just like what they're doing, they're just going to print it up. So not only are you putting more dollars into the economy, into the system, but you're going to raise the prices of the house as well. So the dollars that you already have are going to be diluted and debased, but then the housing market is going to go up, and it's going to be a double whammy, and the interest rates are high. This is why I say that Democrats can't govern. They would have literally led us into hyperinflation. Everything they talk about is about printing money. That's it. They don't know what they're talking about. I've seen how their social credit scores affect people there. It's horrible. We definitely don't need that there. Terrible control and abuse of power. Yes. Add that here. Excuse me. We don't need that here. Yes. Exactly, Mimi. Exactly. if she won, I would have left with all my BTC. Yeah, we were going to leave too. We were going to go to Thailand. You know, we're looking to that for at least for 4 years because Thailand's cheap. But and this is what the Democrats want. I'm not trying to make this political, but they want that kind of world. I'm only here for Trump and Vance. Absolutely. Same thing with raising minimum wage. Yes. Again, if you raise minimum wage, what's going to happen? Do you think everything's going to remain the same? These people are so stupid, man. They have no idea how to do anything when it comes to economics. They can't govern. Period. Printing money and relocating wealth. Absolutely, Sin. I heard that stable coins are now the new CBDCs are the new CBDCs. What do you guys think about that? I don't know about that. I don't know. Will they sneak them in through that way? I don't know. That's a good point, Corey. Mimi, Camilla, no. Camilla, no. No, it couldn't even wrap my mind around that concept. Camilla, no, I couldn't even wrap my mind around that concept. I would be deeply depressed. Yeah, exactly. Kamala is just, and again, man, 70-something million people voted for that woman. And why? Did they think they voted for her because she was a good candidate? She was the worst. She was the worst, and Tim Walz was the worst presidential and vice presidential candidates I've ever seen in my life, probably in the history of this country, right? But Trump's bad, though, and she's a black woman. So vote for her. These people are freaking idiots, man. Idiots. Like, oh my gosh, man. This is why I say we're in an information war. It's a narrative war. It is. Joe, I think XRP will take place of USDC in 6 years. Okay. We're going to keep our eye on that. Sin, they voted for her because they didn't want the other guy and they liked to. Yeah, exactly. Can you imagine if the media didn't do 70 million idiots? Yes, Mimi. Can you imagine if the media didn't do 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, bad Trump coverage and Trump derangement syndrome coverage and cover everything, not one way or the other, just normal. Like literally, if they covered everything normal, and if somebody did good or somebody did bad, they actually covered it fair. Donald Trump would have won if you took those 100 and let's say it was 160 votes, 60 million, 157 million. Donald Trump would have had 100 million votes if everybody was educated. I mean, because there's still going to be stupid people in America. But can you imagine that? It's crazy, man. The Democrats have everything going for them. You know, in the 2020 through 2024. Now people are realizing these things are stupid that they're talking about. You know, how they govern. And this is why I say we need to wake these people up so they can be Bitcoiners. Because if you're a Democrat and you hate Donald Trump, you're not going to buy Bitcoin. You're not, because his name is on it. Because these people got Trump derangement syndrome.
However, this rapid circulation only served to stoke inflation even further. That's the function of velocity of money. It's just that when velocity picks up, it's just like expanding the quantity. It's got the same effect. At the end, even 144 printing companies working for the Reichsbank could not keep up with the demand for banknotes. Emergency money issued by cities, local authorities, as well as banks and other enterprises started being circulated. So everybody was issuing currency to add to the currency that the government was printing like crazy. Although banknotes with face value.
I keep XRP in a whole different wallet, but one day it will have good value. Nothing like Bitcoin, but I see a $30 XRP soon. Hey, you never know, man. I mean, listen, I'm not against cryptos. I don't buy them. They're like, you know, investing in a small startup company or gambling or something like that. It's completely, and I know you know this, Joe, it's a completely different thing than Bitcoin, like you said. But if you want to take a small percentage and gamble with it or invest in a small startup company, hey, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're thinking that it's going to be a better money or railway for the dollar or something like that, and you think it's going to be competing with Bitcoin for money, for better money, you got another thing coming. It's not going to happen.
If trillions of marks were issued, the vast demand for money, that's not correct, the vast demand for currency led to a paper shortage. Printers used anything that could be found, including wool, wood, and silk. So here's some example of wood, wool, and silk currencies over here. So this is a great example of how even here, in a museum of what they call money, this is the Bundesbank, one of the world's great central banks, if you can call any central bank great. They don't understand the difference between money and currency. They're calling all of this money, and it has nothing to do with money. This is just a promise. It was a promise to.
You know what's crazy? Just like gold. Yeah, and I got you, Joe. Exactly. Gamble. LO, I love good gamble. A good gamble. Listen, Bitcoin in the future is going to be just like gold was in the past. It's going to be money and currency, right? Bitcoin will be the money and Satoshis will be the currency. I know they're the same thing, but in the name of Bitcoin, people holding it as a store of value and holding value to buy big things, or just holding their energy stable, what they put into it as far as working and stuff, and holding their purchasing power. But it would be the best currency. Is it the best currency right now? No. The US dollar is a great currency right now. It's not a great store of value, but as far as the railway to buy things, it's a great medium of exchange right now. But in the future, and it's going to take a while for this to happen, guys. I think Bitcoin and Satoshis, whether it's layer 2, layer 3, layer 4 things, can surpass the dollar. I think it'll be running. I think what'll happen is starting in about 3 to 5 years, you're going to see some stores that are going to take Satoshis, like 1 out of every 50 stores or something like that. Then it's going to get a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more. Then eventually you'll see price tags of things in dollars and Satoshis. But for me personally, I don't like to spend my Satoshis. I just like to save them and then spend the cuck bucks. Dollar sat parity. Yes. Thank you. Well stated, Jerry. But I summon Satoshi. I can't blame you for venturing into XRP. I have a little myself just in case I can do a flip. Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. Well stated, Jerry. But I summon Satoshi. I can't blame you for. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. I agree with you. That's why Bitcoin is 85% of the holdings. Yeah. And again, there's nothing wrong with having a little bit of cryptos. You know what I mean? If you know that you got at least, like you said, at least 85% of that in Bitcoin. So let's look at the wheel here. Let's see what we got. We have another block come out. Okay, we had another block come out finally. 93. Okay, let's do a spin here. And let's see if I'm missing anybody. First, Mimi, I'm a bit of a gambler myself. So I got a little crypto, but nothing like my belief in Bitcoin. Okay. You're a little bit of a gambler, huh? Well, I live in Las Vegas, and there's a lot of gamblers out here. So I know what you mean, man. I know what you mean. All right. So is anybody missing on this board? The only thing wrong with holding cryptos is when you look at them priced in Bitcoin. Yeah. Again, you got to know, you got to have most of your holdings in Bitcoin. All right. So let's do a spin for block 993. Good luck to everybody. You got to be here to win, ladies and gentlemen. Sharper. Congratulations, sir. Sharper than sword. He's probably doing some push-ups right now. But I know he's here. It's all good. But yeah, man, it's just insane, man, what this is going on. And if you look at stuff like this right here, which I love to look at, how many people there are in the world, right? Divided by the total Bitcoins that have been mined. 244,000 Satoshis. And if you get that, you are cooking with fish grease, man. Yeah, boy. Congratulations, Sharper. Congratulations. You've been quiet, Maggie. What you doing over there? Congrats. What's this? Oh, I'll show you. I will show you Bitcoin, not crypto. What's this? Oh, hey, Bitcoin, not crypto. How are you? Welcome to the chat. What's this live? The only thing wrong with holding crypto is when you look at them. Okay. Welcome in, man. I appreciate you. I watch you all the time, man. I love your show. You and George show too. Welcome any new viewers. Yes. No, the spinning thing. Oh, I'll show you. I give away sats on here, man. I spin every time a block comes out. When a block comes out, I give away 100 Satoshis to the winner, sir. So I'm going to put your name on there. Bitcoin, not crypto. Hold on. Welcome to the show. I love that name, by the way. If you guys are not subscribed to him, go subscribe to him. He's got a great channel. Very smart man. Very smart guy. I runs New York's here too. Welcome, sir. How are you? Long time no see. You will win 100 sats. Yes. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, Jerry's the man. I don't know about that. You're the man, but thank you for saying that. Just swinging by. Don't add me to the list. I'm out. Enjoy everyone. Okay, no problem, man. No problem. All right. So what block we at? We just did a spin. You know what? Let's do another one because I think you were here and I thought you were somebody else. I thought you were a BTC backpacker. I didn't even look at your name. So let's do another spin. And the only thing you got to do, Bitcoin, not crypto, is you got to have a wallet. And hold on. You run New York. I need. Okay. Thanks, man. I saw the super chat on last week's live stream, so I decided to come back, check out your channel. Oh, no problem, man. No problem. You guys are the three major guys in Canada. You guys are doing a great job, man. You guys are doing a great job. So, what was I saying? So yeah, so I do a spin. You get 100 satoshis each one, and we do that. Yes, sir. All right, so let's do a spin real quick. We'll do block 993 again, and good luck. Oh, that's what I was saying. Yeah, you need a wallet. That's what I was saying. Yes. Yes. Scorpion, congratulations. Gary for president. Scorpion. Yeah, all you need is you have to be here, Bitcoin, not crypto, and you have to have a speed wallet downloaded by me, of course. You get 500 sats for doing it too. Congratulations, Jerry for president. I wish, man. I wish. I was thinking about running for mayor of Las Vegas. I was talking about that today. The Maple Bitcoin boys, yeah. That's a hell of a channel, man. That's a hell of a channel. Rajat, Bitcoin not crypto, and Jor. That's a whew. I'm joking. I know. Score. Woo! Congrats. Jerry for president 2028. LOL. Yeah, well, I don't think I'd beat JD Vance. if I needed to run, if we had some crazy people like against Kamala Harris, I think I could beat Kamala Harris if I had enough money behind me. Gotta go. Okay, no problem, man. I would love to debate with some of these Democrats. Thanks for stopping by, Curtis. I appreciate you, bro. I actually don't have a speed wallet. Yeah, I'll sign up using your link. Okay, no problem, bro. Here, let me so just go to Speed Wallet, and then type in this code right here. Just download the Speed Wallet and type in that code, brother. And you'll be in there. And then you'll get 500 sats for doing that. Have to step away, Jerry. Have a great weekend, folks. Keep stacking. Thanks, Sin. I appreciate you stopping by, brother. Appreciate you stopping by. Joe, yes, Jerry, link is good. You earned 500 sats. Yes, will do. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Guys, always use referral links, man, because George gave me this Speed app wallet, the Speed Wallet. I use his link. He got 1,000 sats. I got 500 sats. Again, we got to take advantage of these free sats while we can, right? Because years ago, they used to give out free Bitcoin. Now they're giving out free sats. So, yeah. I mean, again, you think 10 years from now, they're going to be giving out free sats? Absolutely not. It's too scarce, man. It's too scarce. Okay, let's see what block we're at. Oh, another block just came out. 994. All right. Anybody that doesn't have the Speed Wallet, make sure you download it and then put that code in. Yeah, it's crazy. We can get free sats. So yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable, man. If you think about it, I got to watch you guys' video today. I started to watch it, but I had to do my show. Yes, we do. In 5 years, you will work for 200 sats a day. I think. Yes, maybe 8 years. Yeah. People just don't understand how rare they are, man. I have a series, Bitcoin not crypto. It's called Satoshi Saturday, and every Saturday I talk about that, about Satoshis. And Bitcoin to me is like the marketing name, but again, it's all about the Satoshis, man. Thank you, sir. It's all about the Satoshis. It really is. 1 sat per VByte. That's a great price. Yeah. Can you imagine when all these companies and countries and stuff are moving stuff on the base layer, what those are going to cost you? That's why UTXO management is so important. You know? All right, so let's do the spin. And good luck, everyone. Good luck. Look at that. Bitcoin, not crypto. Wow. Congratulations. Congratulations, sir. You are the winner. Let me know when you set the wallet up. Yo, I know, right? Congratulations, man. Let me know when you just put your name of your speed app and I'll send you those 100 sats, brother. Congratulations. Look at that. Just got here. Yes. You win, brother. Get that wallet. Yeah, he's downloading it. Boom, baby. Right now, Bitcoin, not crypto. We're in the middle of watching. By the way, if you guys haven't gone to his channel, go to his channel. He's got a really good channel. Him by himself's got a good channel, but then they also have Maple Bitcoin. Him, Jor, and Rajat. Check that out. High level Bitcoin stuff there. Signal all day. We're watching The Hidden Secrets of Money, Bitcoin, not crypto. And there's 10 episodes to that. I'm sure you've seen it before. It's about precious metals, but I'm going to be doing this for 2 weeks and we're going to be talking about it. We're on episode number 5 this Friday. And then next week, we're going to do BNC, sorry. And we're going to do, next week, we're going to do 6 through 10. VAW, what's up, brother? Greetings, brother. Where the ladies at? What I missed? Greetings, fams. You missed the ladies, man. Legit, yes. Great interview with Sean. Bitcoin. I didn't see that yet. I did not see that. I got to see that. Welcome, VAW. He's got a great channel. He's got a lot of subs. Maybe offer some value. Yeah. Jerry, should I reach out to him as well? Great interview. Yo, VAW, let me put you on the wheel. Let me put you on the wheel, brother. VAW. Oh, okay. All right, I'll check it out. Sharper, my brother. Okay, so let's get back into the video and let's see what happens with this fake fiat currency because it's just fake.
One point, and then it was a broken promise. People have faith in these government-created currencies, and it allows governments to basically rob their own people. The government erased the debts that they had left over from World War I by just hyperinflating the currency, and basically that transfers.
Why do you like Matthew Crapper, aka Blank Slate? Listening to him is like paint drying. I like him. He's my favorite. He's my favorite Bitcoin YouTuber. I learned a lot from him. So, but you don't like Bitcoin, so you wouldn't like him. My brother, he's smart, so yeah. But I'm out, brother. Have a good night. Okay, Rudy, take care, man. Thanks for letting us know, and thanks for stopping by, my brother. Appreciate you. All right, let's keep going. Whooping how's life? 2 times speed Bitcoin University is legit. Matthew is my favorite. You know what's funny about what you say about that? Bitcoin, not crypto. I watch him in the morning, right? And I watch him. He's kind of like my Zen in the morning. After I do my prayers, my stretches, whatever, and then I just listen to him. And he gets me going in the morning. Later, Rudy. Yes, he's my favorite too. He's the OG. He really is. He's the OG.
All the wealth of the middle class to the government. The government inflated away the debts, but they also inflated away the prosperity of their entire population. When we were in Germany, we got a chance to shoot in front of the Bundestag, which used to be called the Reichstag. And it's very, very significant in that out of monetary crisis, you very often see the political landscape change dramatically. It's the middle class of a country that defines the country with their vote. They're the largest sector of any country, about 70%. And a currency crisis like a hyperinflation wipes out and impoverishes the middle class. And they become filled with fear. And it's very easy for somebody to come in and prey on that fear. And dictators arise out of hyperinflation And this is one of my greatest fears as far as the United States goes. I think that we all have to be very, very careful and very watchful for what happens in the future.
Yeah, the future looks bright right now. Yo, Forrest Huddle. Got some fans over here, man. Jerry, have you seen the flick by Aaron Russo? I might have. Yo. Free to fast. I keep getting an error message signing up for speed. We'll try again later. Okay, no problem, man. Thank you for trying. Just give me give me your address and I'll send it to you, or I'll go to your channel and I'll send it to you, brother. I understand that all too well. I stay grinding for the people I manage. Okay, cool. Freedom to fascism. No, I haven't seen it. Okay, I'll check it out. No doubt.
A few years ago, I was interviewing Congressman Ron Paul, and he said, I think that there's going to be a financial collapse.
Ron Paul's a GOAT, by the way. Absolute GOAT.
Before they come around to thinking seriously about monetary policy. But the real thing we have to worry about is not the loss of our wealth. It's the rise of a dictator. It's the loss of our freedom. And what's interesting is the rise of Hitler. There were 2 times where he played on the public sphere. He could never have come to power had there not been a hyperinflation back in 1923. Just 1 week before the end of that hyperinflation, that's when Hitler made his first big public appearance. Playing to the public fear, Hitler and his stormtroopers took over a beer hall called the Bürgerbrau Keller that seats around 3,000 people. And he took the stage by gunpoint, and to this literally captive audience, he gave a speech that would change the world. Because of the hyperinflation, the audience had been recently impoverished. Their wealth had been stolen by the government running the printing presses. And so they're all scared. He offers them a scapegoat and tells them he's got the way out. He became very popular after that, and the very next day, the people that were listening to him followed him in an attempt to overthrow the government. He was arrested, tried, and convicted of high treason, and served time. While he was in jail, he was provided with a private secretary, Rudolf Hess, and he actually wrote about half of Mein Kampf while he was serving time. But once the economy started to recover, Hitler lost that leverage, that power. He could no longer play on the fear of the public once the economic situation had changed. By the middle of the Roaring '20s, he had become a joke. The Nazi Party had gone to less than 2% of the vote. Then along came the Great Depression, and Hitler seized this opportunity again. He was the first politician to actually campaign by aircraft, hitting multiple cities in a single day. And the Nazi Party went from 2% of the vote to the second largest party in Germany. So playing on the public sphere, Hitler was able to take away the rights of Germans. He was able to, all these guaranteed rights in the Weimar Constitution, private property rights, the right to assemble, public assembly, the right to privacy in the mail, the telephone system. He just took away.
Somebody just sent me 2,500 sats on the speed wallet. One of you savages, I don't know who it was, just sent me 2,500 sats. Thank you so much. Whoever did that, thank you. Appreciate it. And St. Althea was part of what led to World War II. Yeah, it's and you know this. Forced. It leads to all the problems, man. All the problems we have in the world that we've ever had, pretty much. It's all this Shiat. That's what I call it. It's crazy, man. Yep. Absolutely, bro. Yes. Shiat, guys. You guys know what it is.
Away all of their rights and seized power. So these are some of the things that we have to be concerned about and be very mindful of. Economic crisis very often leads to the rise of a dictator. Yeah, the fact that
Forrest, this is really good. It's called The Hidden Secrets of Money. The Hidden Secrets of Money by Mike Maloney. It's a 10-part series. I used to be in Precious Metals, man, in 2020. And this is how I got into it, really watching these kind of videos. And it's really, really good. I mean, you just replace the word gold with Bitcoin now. Yep, Hidden Secrets of Money. 10 episodes. It's great, man. Like I said, we're on episode number 5 now. Forrest, you can go back and watch the other ones if you want. I used to watch that guy's videos way back too. Yeah, he's the GOAT, man. He's got Bitcoin. He's not stupid. Now again, people are like, "Oh, is he still talking about gold and silver?" Well, 2 things: 1, he sells it. Number 2, he's old, and number 3, he's already rich. So he doesn't really need Bitcoin. So, but yeah, he's the GOAT.
this was just 70 to 80 years ago, basically there are still people alive today that experienced this, but enough of them have died off to where the warnings fall on deaf ears. Berlin is a great example.
Sorry, did I call you Forrest? What's the name of this document? Oh, I keep getting your things mixed up, BTC Packer. I thought that was you to answer that question. Sorry. That's why I didn't even notice Bitcoin, not crypto at first. Because I thought he was you, that little black. I just look over there real quick. Sorry about that, man. Freedom to fascism is the same kind of, but explains income tax and how it is BS. Okay, I'm gonna check it out. Thank you. I'm definitely check that out. I love stuff like that. Yeah.
Example of another massive danger to individual freedom that economic crisis can bring, the swing from capitalism to collectivism. After World War II, the city was basically divided in half, the West being capitalist and the East communist. Germany was reunified in 1990, but even this short period of separation showed the vastly different levels of prosperity that the two systems achieved. So this is the famous Checkpoint Charlie, and what's interesting is how quickly an economy can heal. Just 20 years ago, you would have seen a tremendous difference between the East and the West. You'd have one side that has tall buildings and is much more industrialized and new, and then one side that's very old and gray. It was one of the best examples of what a state-run society does to an economy. How the more the public relies on government, the worse the general economy gets. What happens?
And this is what I'm saying. If you're dependent on your government, because that's what they want you to do, especially the one side of the aisle we're talking about earlier. They want to be your daddy. They want to be your king, right? They want you to think you're a victim. You can't do anything without them. Why? Because they can spend and they can print, and you'll vote for them. And they just keep kicking the can down the road, can down the road, can down the road. And finally, we got a president who's not a politician, just like Bitcoin is not a crypto. It's backed by cryptography, but it's not a crypto, just like Trump. Is coming in and saying, no mas. We're not going to kick the can down the road anymore. We're not doing it. And is it going to cause some pain? Sure, of course. But again, you can't fix a broken system, within a broken system. So again, if Trump is playing 5D chess like I hope he is, he'll use Bitcoin to fix it. Are you going to live stream on weekends as well, Saturday and Sunday? No. Saturday, I do Satoshi Saturdays, bro. And Sunday, I'm supposed to take off, but I don't know. If something happens, maybe I'll jump on for a little bit. But Saturdays are for Satoshi Saturday. Sunday, I would like to rest, if that's okay. Even the Lord rested, man. I try.
In capitalism, you have the greatest disparity between the poorest and the richest individuals, and there's a backlash against that. And you see this happen in waves and cycles. This cycle that goes from capitalism to collectivism.
The troll said you are playing triple XL chess. Not sure if that's a kind of a chess that's out there, the troll. Not sure what you mean by that, but okay.
Here, the example, you had this line going right through a city, and one side of the city that was very poor, and the other side prosperous by comparison. Now, when we go toward collectivism, they want to eliminate this great disparity between the poorest and the richest individuals. But what happens isn't that they raise the standard of living for the poor up here. They drag the whole economy down so that everybody ends up living down here, except for the people that are running the government.
And that's the book I was telling you guys about. It was called Why We Want You to Be Rich by Donald Trump and Robert Kiyosaki. They wrote that, I believe, 2006. Look that up. Matter of fact, I'll show it to you. Show you better than I can tell you. Why We Want You to Be Rich. Great book, man. Written by Donald Trump and Robert Kiyosaki. This book absolutely changed my life because they talked about this even back then, 2006, 2007, that the middle class is disappearing. Straight up. Oh, wait. Hold on. Sorry. Take this off. And yeah, it's crazy. So middle class is disappearing. Either it's only going to be two classes left. Very, very wealthy or poor. The middle class is going either one way or the other. And most of them, as you can see, are going to be poor. Troll, you're playing XXXL fails D-Day. Try again. VAW. That's perfect because I'd probably miss Saturday and Sunday. I'm out seeing the world since I'm off. Cool, man. Good. Tori, did it really take that long to come up with that? Oh man, yeah, the troll's something else. He thinks he's funny. So okay. So we got to do two spins. We got to do 95 and 96. So let's do that and let's get all caught up with some spins. Pipeline. I've always said no matter the fiat price of Bitcoin, as long as you can buy Bitcoin with fiat, you're early. And even when you're working for Sats, you're early Only after 2140 you're late to Bitcoin. I completely agree with that. Gotta run, Dre. Fun stream. See you around. All right, see you around, brother. See you around, Forrest. Thanks for stopping by, man. Get Forrest up out of here. Forrest is a legend in the Bitcoin space. Honor to have him. Babe, don't hurt his feelings. He already has a small peen. Now troll cannot take being put down by a woman. Forrest leaves, I return. Yeah. Right? Right? You guys the same person or what? I have Speed, Strike, Treasure, and Air Gap Cold Wallet from my big storage of Bitcoin. Nice. Nice. We're in sync. Yes, you are. See you, Jor. Yes. Welcome back. Bye, Forrest. Thanks for stopping by. All right, let's do a spin. Good luck, everybody. Let's spin it to win it. Pipeline. Pipeline, do you have a good luck, Chucks? No worries. Yes, Pipey. Pipeline, do you have a speed wallet? If you don't, I'm gonna give you my my QR code. That's what I was asking. LOL cold stores, what's your choice? Oh, you're asking me. Sorry, brother. Sorry. Let me read it again. I have Speed, Strike, Treasure, and Air Gap. Are you asking me that? What am I missing? Did you erase that? Oh, you're asking of AEW. That's what I was asking on cold stores. What's your choice? Oh, okay, got it. Congratulations, brother. I'm going to pick up a Frankfurt trip to go to that museum. Nice. Yeah, absolutely. The Bitcoin gospel, yes. No, I was asking for you. Okay. I thought I missed something because I always do. Pipeline, yes. Did Pipeline answer my question? Pipeline, do you have a speed wallet, sir? Let me know, please, and thank you. Because you are the winner of that exclusive block. No one else in the world, Pipeline, will win 100 sats for that particular block on this channel. Think about that, right? That's historic. When our kids and grandkids look back, they're going to say, oh, my grandpa won that block. He won 100 sats. This guy, this crazy guy, Jerry Loves Freedom, gave away 100 sats. They're not going to believe this. This is why we got to record it. VAW. All right, let me know, Pipe. Good luck. We're going to do another spin. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. I have a cold card and safe pal. Okay. BTC backpacker. Congratulations. Sounds like you're a traveler. Video is going well tonight. YouTube sees it as 99.5%. Wow. Thank you. Vito, how you doing? How you doing, VAW? Packy. Backer. Cold card is the best. Yes, it is. It is the best. Jor has those for sale, by the way. If you guys need a cold card, go to Jor's channel and he has it in the description box. You get you use his code, he'll give you 15% off, which is not bad. Tori, the troll can't take being put down by a woman because he doesn't have enough testosterone to take in what he dishes out like a man. Tell him, Tori. Get him. I don't want you guys to make the troll run away, though. I love the troll. He really helps the channel. Are you old school paper wallets still cool or nah? Congrats, BTC. Yes. They are thawed before shipping. Yeah, because it's cold up there. Get them. Because life is good. Gearing up for the weekend. Stay safe. Let me tell you something. VAW, if you come to Vegas, I am definitely hanging with you. Okay? Because you can't have them all, man. You got to be around the ladies, man, because they're all falling off. You can just pick up a couple of them. While they're falling off. You a smooth criminal, VAW. I see you. I see you, man. Where we? Oh, 997. Time for another spin, guys. Have fun. And you too. Jerry in Vegas. You know Brandon. You know Brandon? Brandon who's? Ronald. Yes. BK Boss. Don't know what you're talking about, brother. Can anybody help me? Help me, Rhonda. Help me, Rhonda. Help me, Rhonda. All right, let's do a spin. 997. Only one person on planet on this channel can win this wheel. Unless I forgot someone. EB, speak of the devil. Congratulations. Jerry, when I come to Vegas, leave your wallet at home, brother. Mean that. I got you. We love you. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Appreciate that, man. Very nice for you to say that. Eves. Yes, Eves. George got a nickname for everybody. EB winner, congrats. Yes. Still got to make my lightning name. Yeah, you do, brother. Before you leave. Make sure you use my QR code right here. I make a banner like Jor. Look at this. Make sure you use that code. You like that, Jor? Got my little ticker. So just download the Speed Wallet on your phone. On your phone. Thank you, Jor. And put that QR code in. You'll get 500 sats for doing it. VAM, you're gonna be broke if you are buying the food for him. Laughing emoji. Huh. You're gonna be broke if you are buying the food for him. Why is that, the troll? How you figure? Am I an expensive date? I used it. You got 500 of the 1,000. LOL. Yes. Jor, do you drink? Does Jor drink? Except you spell referral wrong. Of course I did. Did I really? Referral is it 2 F's? Let me change that. He can get whatever he likes. He deserves it. He can have whatever he likes. He deserves it. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. It's time to edit. Hold on. How do I edit that? Help me, Rhonda. Is it 2 F's? Help me, Rhonda. Help me, Jor. Help me, Jor. Help. That better? Thank you. Does a one-legged duck swim in circles? No, you spelled it right. I'm just. I think troll is 14. Yeah. Jor, you're killing me. Referral. It is 1 F. I'm such an idiot. I can't spell for shit. You know why he got me on that one? Because when I was spelling, I was like, wait, is this one? Oh my God, Jor. You got me again, man. You got me again. Oh my God. I love it, man. Oh God. Does Howdy Doody have wooden balls? I think so. Pee-wee troll. Is a pig's ass pork? Yes, George, you got me, man. You got me. Got me. You did, man. You did. All right, so we just spun for 997. And you can never tell a person that spells things very wrongly that he spelled something wrong, even when he spells it right. Because he will fall for it, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. 998. Time to do that spin. Ladies and gentlemen. Tori, at Troll, if you spent half the energy you spend trolling this man on productive things like, I don't know, a job, you wouldn't be broke living in your sister/cousin's basement. Man. Somebody bring out the torch. Tiny Troll, the littlest of trolls. Wow. Man. Troll, you okay over there, man? Leonardo, shit's fired. Burn, yes. All right, let's do this spin for $9.98. Time chain is empty. Wow, let's take a look at that. Yeah. Yeah, you guys better take a picture of that because in a few years, it ain't gonna be looking like that, man. 1 sat per V byte. You know what? You know what's crazy, Jor? My philosophy on this, if Bitcoin does what it does, everybody's like, oh, the transaction fees are gonna be so much. Here's what I'm thinking. I don't think the sats are going to be that much. I think the sats are in value are going to go up. So I think that's going to keep up with the sats. So I think each sat will go up. I don't think the value of the sats will go up. I don't think the number of sats will go up. It will short term, but long term, I think the value of it will bring the sats amount down. Did I say that enough times? Shots fired. Empty. He's getting cooked. Hope he's not sensitive. Yeah. I'm about to consolidate. Yeah. Smart time. Why is the blockchain empty? You gotta ask Jor that, man. Jor's expert on that. Agreed. It will cost latecomers more than us. Everything will be cheap for us, including fees. Yeah. That's what I believe. I don't know that, but I'm 75 to 85% sure. Or 75 or 78 to 88% sure of that. All right, let's do a spin, guys. And let's see who is in it to win it. VW. I have a funny feeling that there is going to be a lucky young lady that is going to get those sats. Just saying. The troll. I don't know how to respond because none of that is true, though. Okay. Laughing emoji. Yes, Jory, you are 100% right. I think he is too. It's empty because no one is sending Benny tonight. Pretty much, yeah. I use my Trezor wallets a lot for consolidation. They have a nice built-in UTXO function. Then I transfer them offshore. LOL. Yes. It's just assumptions. Okay. V, baby. Interesting. Yes. BAW. Yes. Jory's got a nickname for everybody. No troll. You cannot respond because you are hurt. Deep down sadness. Okay. I think. Congrats, VAW. V, let's go. I think I missed Megan last night, bro. Send to Meggy Meg. VAW. You are a very intelligent man. Very intelligent. Yes, very smart. It's just assumptions, huh? The troll has been defeated. Jimmy John must have left. Let me take his name out the list. He ain't saying nothing. Jimmy John ain't about nothing anyways. Then he'll come in and give me a 1999 chat, which is crazy. Tori beat the level 2 troll. Yes. Clean Machine official, my brother. My brother. I am the troll of trolls. Yes. Oh, thank you, VAW. Yeah, you guys got to make sure whoever I don't have their wallet, you got to give me those wallets, guys. I appreciate it. All right, let's get back into it and see what this Shiat is talking about. Trolls usually thrive on this, but they're in fetal position at the moment. Yes.
Collectivism is a danger because we've proven time and time again that it doesn't work. The evidence is in. If you look at history, it's clear that maximum prosperity can only be achieved through individual freedom, free markets, and sound money. You'd think that we'd learn from history, but I'm going to show you a few more displays from the museum that prove conclusively we haven't. And this is where we are today. This is a sheet of 50 euro notes, and they just come out of the printing press, bam, 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 just like those notes did. And the entire world today is sort of, every central bank across the planet is creating currency like crazy right now. I think we're going into a deflation, so they're trying to stave off deflation right now by printing their way out of it. So here we've got some examples of the technology that governments around the world are putting into their counterfeit currency so that the public can't counterfeit the currency that the governments are now counterfeiting. So you've got all these holograms and watermarks and different threads and different types of paper. And then here's this big old printing plate where they pop these things out a mile a minute. And right now they are hyperinflating the base money around the world, the paper money. We're going into a deflation, though, of the credit money, the voodoo hocus pocus currency that the banks just type into the computer. That's starting to collapse, where this stuff is expanding. So we learned in episode 4 that
100% correct. 100% correct. We are building a comedy club as well. 88 Says Radio is called 88 Jokes. Yeah. Listen, Jor low key is very funny, man. He really is. It's not sorry if don't like or understand. Sorry if don't like or understand. Troll, you might want to work on your grammar just a little bit, my friend. I ain't gonna go hard on you though, man. I love you. I don't want you to run away. You give me 7, 8 comments every video. Tell me how fat I am, how stupid I am, how Bitcoin is terrible. I don't know if you hit the like button or not. I don't know. Your videos always get liked though. I mean, your comments always get liked, so that's cool. But I appreciate your support, man, and your view. Thank you.
Modern currency creation is a complete scam, but a whole lot of people had trouble believing that it could be true. The European Central Bank has this awesome display that shows you exactly how it's done, and it's basically the same as our episode 4. So here's a quick recap thanks to the ECB. Basically, the central bank and the Treasury swap IOUs. The central bank writes a check, and the Treasury issues.
I'm going to rewind this part. I finally did it. Okay, EB. Send me your name, please. I'm typing on a cell phone, so that explains the errors. Well, I text on cell phones too, the troll. I don't make that many mistakes. There's a little thing called autocorrect. Your family, the troll, yes. Let me have that, EB. Just give me your name, sir. Not the whole thing, just your name. I'm typing on the phone as well, troll. No errors over here. Exactly. I ain't ganging up on you, the troll. I'm just saying. You're my boy, man. I love you, bro. I love you, man. Keep coming. Keep the comments coming. Don't leave.
A Treasury bond, which is an IOU, and that creates currency. We're going into a deflation now of the credit money, the voodoo hocus pocus currency that the banks just type into the computer. That's starting to collapse, where this stuff is expanding.
Ooh, the troll is typing. He's getting you back. It says your family, troll, and he says you are. So, touche, the troll, touche.
So we learned in episode 4 that modern currency creation is a complete scam, but a whole lot of people had trouble believing that it could be true. The European Central Bank has this awesome display that shows you exactly how it's done, and it's basically the same.
One of you savages just sent me 2,500 Satoshis. Thank you very much. That's a fatty, Jor. That is a fatty. Thank you. I don't know how to spell. I only know how to make money. You're an innocent baby. You guys are funny. Dang, I know. Letha, if she was here, I'd give her a shout out. But Letha gave me a really, really fat zap today. She gave me NYC backwards. Oh, that's it. That's who it is. Okay, that's his number. Thank you, Clean Your Machine. I appreciate you, man. Did your uncle / father teach you grammar? Letha sent me 30,000 Satoshis today. That was very nice of her, man. Very nice. I love Letha. Call her the nicest woman in Bitcoin, man. She's such a nice lady. And you guys are all nice. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Icon, absolutely. I mean, she's just. And the thing about it, she said in my Discord group, I think it was yesterday. She says she loves zapping. She said it's so fun, and it is, man. It is. I mean, think about it, right? When you can help somebody, shout out to Letha, absolutely. I mean, think about it, guys, right? And I'm not saying this because I want these apps. Don't do it. I'm not saying it, but you don't want to walk around with 2 catcher's mitts, right? Like playing baseball, right? You want to take one of your catcher's mitts off and have a free hand. So you want to catch, you want to receive. Well, not like that. No homo, but you want to, give too, right? You got to give to get, So if you're one of these people, not saying you are, and if I am saying this and it's hitting you, then I'm talking to you. Don't be one of those people just sit back and always just give it, getting, and never giving. It's much better to receive than to give. In my book, it is. And that's what Bitcoiners personify. Wow, Letha's awesome. Yeah, she's awesome, man. Crazy. Letha, we appreciate you. We all love you and appreciate you, Letha. So if you go back and watch this, because she does that sometimes, because she's doing something, then she'll come back and watch. And then she'll zap me later on. I'll get a zap at like 3 a.m. or something. But thank you, Letha. We love you. And always remember, man, give more than you get. And give value and you'll get more back.
As our episode 4. So here's a quick recap thanks to the ECB. Focus currency that the banks just type into the computer, that's starting to collapse, where this stuff is expanding. So we learned in episode 4 that modern currency creation is a complete scam, but a whole lot of people had trouble believing that it could be true. The European Central Bank has this awesome display that shows you exactly how it's done, and it's basically the same as our episode 4. So here's a quick recap thanks to the ECB. Basically,
Yes, always give your value and the money will come. Joe's the epitome of that. You know, Joe is helping me right now with my channel. I'm trying to pay him. He won't take my money, and he's just such a giver. You know what I mean? He's just giving his time and his effort to me, and he's made my first. I've been doing this for almost 4.5 years, and I got my first 2 thumbnails today. I never made a thumbnail on my channel, and he made them for me, and he's kind of like running my channel now. So, and he's doing it for free. You know, so I can't pay him enough for that. You know, and he's giving me his time and his effort and his expertise and his knowledge, and you can't put a price tag on that. And I thank you 1,000 times for that, Joe. Really, just don't be trying to help everybody else because I'm getting jealous.
the central bank and the Treasury swap IOUs. The central bank writes a check, and the Treasury issues a Treasury.
How many parts are there in this video series? This is longer than Roots. It's 10 parts to troll. So, and I'm sure you're not watching it. You just, because I've said it like 10 times how many parts there are. So I know you're not paying attention to it. So 10 parts. So next week, it'll be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Bond, which is an IOU, and that creates currency, and then it gets, somebody is paid, it gets deposited into a bank account, and 1,000 marks, they withhold 10%. So right here, they're already telling you that his bank account is a lie. He deposited 1,000 in it. They only withhold 100 in case he wants some of that. And then they loan out 900, which then she buys something from this guy, he deposits the 900, they borrow 90% of that and leave just 10% on deposit for him, and the result is that it expands. Every 1,000 ends up creating 10,000, or every $1 creates $10. And they've got the result here. It's all sort of a voodoo hocus pocus scheme. One of the great things that I've noticed here is that throughout the museum, they keep on proving the point that even though this is the Bundesbank Museum, they prove the point that fiat currencies that come off of a printing press eventually go to zero, that they're really worthless. This says the ideal goal of all monetary systems was to ensure that money is trustworthy and kept in short supply. Metal-based currencies restrict the money supply because metal deposits are naturally limited. However, during the Industrial Revolution in the 19th century, the rapidly growing economy needed a means of payment.
Yeah, that's Joe. That is Joe. You love you some puppies, yes. The truth, if you're going to troll, at least pay attention. Exactly, Mimi. Yes, Corey. Metal-based currencies restrict the money supply because metal deposits are naturally limited. However, during the Industrial Revolution in the 19th century, the rapidly growing economy needed a means of payment which could adapt flexibly into this growth. So in other words, according to or compared to fiat currencies, metal-based currencies or metal-based money is scarce. But what's more scarce? Bitcoin, right? More scarce than gold. Yeah, Mimi's flaming right now. Flaming to troll. So yeah, so if you compare metals to dollars, yeah, dollars look real shitty. And metals look good, but if you compare metals to Bitcoin, we already know.
Which could adapt flexibly to this growth. Baloney. You can have a fixed currency supply, and when you have economic growth, it means that the currency gains in purchasing power.
The problem with that, Mike Maloney, is you're full of baloney right there. He said baloney, I said baloney. Because gold is not fixed. It's not. Noble of you, brother. Jerry's channel upgrades are fire. Yes, he's done a great job. You know, everything that I was doing as a YouTuber that Joe taught me, I was doing the opposite of what YouTube wanted. So everything you're not supposed to do, that's what I was doing. And he's taught me that. You as well. I love meeting fellow people trying to make the world better. Thank you, man. Means a lot. Yeah. VW's a good dude, man. We all need to make a YouTube channel, by the way. Every single one of us. We got a couple of YouTubers on here. We got the great Jor. We got Corey from Got Sats. And we got Mia from the Bitcoin Gospel. I want all you guys to make a channel. All you guys. We all need to make one. Right? Only difference between me and you and Jor and Corey and Mia is we turn on the camera. That's it. There's no difference. The more people, because think about it like this, right? Someone teach me YouTube. I'm horrible at it, apparently. He's another one. He's got a great channel too. He's got a channel. Not as horrible as me. Here's the thing, right? This is what I look like, and this is what I sound like, and this is what I do. I just look like this. But there's a woman out there that looks a certain way, a guy out there that looks a certain way. Sometimes people like to relate to other people. I'm not saying all you guys look like me or whatever, but I'm just saying, you know, I voted for Barack Obama like an idiot in 2004. Was it 2004? No, 2008. Scorb is all about mastering the algo. Yeah. Because he looked like me. That's why I voted for him. And a lot of people wanted to vote for Kamala Harris because of her skin color, right? Scorpion Metals. In the micro, we all look the same. Yeah. I don't understand the algorithm. So we all need to make a YouTube channel to spread out Bitcoin. People think this thing is a competition. It's not a competition, right? We all have Bitcoin, right? If less people watch my channel and then those few people go over to Mia's channel or Corey's channel or George's channel, whoever else is on here, and they watch yours and then they send some people over from them, who cares? We all got Bitcoin. Color and nation means zero. Yep. Both sexy as F. Yes. If we both prick our fingers on the rolls, we both turn out red. Exactly. So I highly suggest you guys make a YouTube channel or a blog or something. Look how Mike Maloney looks in this picture. This is not a good look for Mike. Sorry, Mike. I got you in a bad light right there.
In the 20th century, uncovered currencies, meaning unbacked currencies, have been the norm. In principle, the money stock could grow unchecked. This is why central banks must ensure that the money stock is in line with economic growth. Yeah, right. So here we've got my buddy Milton. Actually,
so Corey's saying if anyone needs help with YouTube content, it's definitely me. I make the same video over and over again. Joe, are you part of Jerry's group? Yes, he is. He's Henry Harmon in the group. Yes, that's Ozembic Mike. Yes. Yes, he's part of the group. Yeah. So is Corey got sats. So you guys can get together. Yep.
Milton was sort of a semi-free market economist. He won the Nobel Prize. So got my buddy Milton. Actually, Milton was sort of a semi-free market economist.
Milton Friedman is the absolute GOAT.
He won the Nobel Prize. So he's considered the dean of the Chicago School of Monetary.
And by the way, you see this little head sculpture statue thing? They're going to be building that of you in the house of your family's last name. Except it'd be a full blown big ass statue because of what you're doing right now. Seriously.
Thought, which are monetarists. They believe that we should have a Federal Reserve and it should expand and contract the currency supply to achieve stable prices. One of the problems with Keynesians and monetarists and so on is that they think you should expand it and contract it, but they never contract it. They just, Keynesian, you're supposed to spend when the economy is bad. The government's supposed to spend and stimulate and then withdraw currency from circulation to keep us from going into a bubble caused by the expansion of credit and the spending that they did during the bad portion of the economy. So they take this rubber band and they stretch it, and it's supposed to come back, but they never do that. They just keep on stretching it to infinity. And here we are, and right now, where we are in the world is that rubber band is about to snap with every currency on the planet. And so I'm instability, I'm in deflation, inflation. Let me see, I'm going to cause a hyperinflation. Oh, it just went off the inflation scale. I guess I did cause a hyperinflation. Oops. And now the whole thing is collapsing. This game.
You can always post a longer video, something else besides what your daily posts, like once a week or something. But the daily vid is what makes yours unique. Yeah, don't change that, Corey. Keep doing that, and that's good advice. You don't got to ask me twice. I like that because that's your niche. Nobody is doing what you're doing, dude. Corey, nobody's doing your videos. I know you think it's mundane and blah blah blah, but again, nobody in the game is buying what you're buying every day and making the same video every day. That's great. I'm not looking to manage any more channels, but if you need advice, I got you. Okay.
Inflation and deflation has never worked. Right now we're on the precipice of the whole system collapsing, and just like the game, our monetary system will reset. This is where the twin dangers we learned about may rear their ugly heads, so it's up to all of us to learn from history. I mentioned earlier that it was the invention of money that allowed humans to prosper and rise out of the Stone Age. But money is only part of the equation. What use is money if you don't have freedom? So what's going to happen? Will we default or inflate our way out of the mess we're in? Since 2005, I've been stating publicly, and I also wrote in my book, that I believe we're headed toward a series of events involving a short-term deflation followed by a big inflation or hyperinflation. So for now, what can you do? 1. Share this video on social media and subscribe to our YouTube channel. 2. Educate yourself by watching the rest of this series. And 3. Take action to protect yourself and your family.
Boom, there it is. Take action. Take action, guys. Sorry, somebody's texting me. I was trying to play it off. So yeah, that's episode 5, the end of the first week. And that was very interesting. The second half of this gets really, really good. So where are we at? Joe, are you in the Signal group? Yeah, Joe's in the group. I'm not looking to man. Okay. Joe's in the Signal group. Sharper, it's not about the video. There is a guy who posts one time a month and gets 100 million views a video. Wow. Keep up the great work. Corey, yes. Thank God it's over. Okay. Thank you to Troll for coming. I really appreciate it. Now let's get caught up with these spins. We got one more spin before we go. Really appreciate you guys coming. Real quick, guys. This is my email. Let me see. No. That's my email. Make sure you email me tonight your address, your speed wallet address, please. And I will send you those sats over. Okay? For those that I don't have. Thank you very much. Verbal. Jerry, I'm out of here, brother. You can take me off the great wheel. Satoshi, yes. Good night, lovely corner. Stay safe and enjoy your weekend. See you Monday, Jerry. I'll keep an eye out on the Discord. No problem, brother. Thank you, man. We love you, bro. It's my man, VAW. The man, the myth, the legend, the ladies' man. I'll hit you up. Yes. Bye. Thanks so much. Hey, thank you. I appreciate you. See you, Verb, buddy. Yes. All right, let's do this spin. And let's call it a night. Let's go. Sharper. Congratulations. Well, Tori, you won't see him tomorrow because I don't do a live tomorrow. I got the Satoshi Saturday. Hopefully he'll be here Monday though. Clean Your Machine. I have an old YouTube channel from 3 years ago, but I gave up on it. Too much work. Okay, I got you. I don't have a speed wallet. And also, why don't people trust Tangem? That's a long story, brother. So just download the speed wallet, man, and use my code here. Whoops. Where is it? Download the speed wallet and use that code, my friend. Pipeline. Please and thank you. We both get some free sats for that. All right, so there we have it. We are all done, guys. I really appreciate everybody. Sure, but depends on the topic and consistent. That's why for Corey to post something different, interesting to more people on top of his daily might help. Okay? Sharpie, it can be a lot of work. I do it to help others more than anything. Me too, man. I want a live Jerry video every day. Thanks, man. I appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah, boy. Sharper. Winning that money. I'll hit you up in the app. Cool. Great night. Yeah. It was a little my energy level wasn't the best. I ain't gonna lie. Not one of my best shows, but it's okay, man. It's okay. Not gonna have an A+ show every day. Great chatting with you all and doing something great. Yeah, absolutely. And listen, guys, as we know, as the great Mike Maloney was talking about with the currency and the debasement and the theft that we're going through, especially with this right here with $36.7 trillion. I know, Jor. I know. It's got to rain before it sun shines to appreciate it. And Pipeline, make sure you download that QR code. Take a picture of it. And with this debt doing what it's doing, there's no escape from this. You know, I love what Doge is doing. Tip my hat to the great Elon Musk, one of the greatest men to ever live, by the way. Everything he's doing, he's accomplished. But even Elon Musk, who some people may think he's Satoshi Nakamoto, I don't know. There was only one man that created a system that can defeat this and correct it and start a whole new system. And in order to stop inflation, hey, Otis. Live Jerry's the best, Jerry. I've been off the YouTube. Yeah, I know, man. I know. Welcome. I'm about to end now. I'm going to do your favorite part, Otis. Thank you for coming, brother. And in order to stop this inflation and keep your purchasing power and to make sure your grandkids don't have to pay this debt per citizen, which is theft, because you didn't do anything wrong to deserve that. You didn't do anything. And to pay off this national debt and to get our sovereignty and freedom back, there's only one way to do that monetarily. And I'm pretty sure you guys already know what that is. It's the best way to save. And for me, the only way to save. And that's Bitcoin. Thank you guys for coming. I love each and every one of you. I really, really appreciate it. Thanks, Otis. I love each and every one of you, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace and love, guys.